power of the Leading Together workshops and retreats with our region is really giving space for people to be creative in what they love. Oftentimes with work, it feels like it's just the next thing that has to get done, and you kind of lose part of yourself through that process. And so giving space and tools for these wonderful leaders in our community to take back with them, and just clarity around who they are to lead themselves well in that. We've brought in people to do some yoga and some stretching for us. Sandy's been leading in mindfulness and reflection. We've also had crafts for people just to get out of their normal routine. We've gone on hikes, just really trying to do different. Intentionality is a huge word that's come up a lot. This lodge is really creating that space for us, which is beautiful.
And I think we've been having really deep conversations about what it means to be a leader, what it means to be in community, and we're learning so much. People are so wise, and people have that ability to just think about what works for them. And so we've been really all learning from each other, as well as sharing some tools that we've been diving into and have worked really well for us.
With my primal question coaching certification, I've been able to bring forth some different assessment tools and different ways to lead yourself well. It's, again, we're learning with this group. It's not like we're always going to be the experts. All of these women are here because they do also bring leadership qualities that we want to tap into and learn from each other. And so when you go back out into your community, you're actually knowing your group and your partners better in a way that's more real and relevant to their needs and how you can support each other by accomplishing outcome-based solutions for needs in your community as well.
Whether it's for a day, for an hour, for 4 hours, for a retreat, I think when you intentionally build something that is meant for community and is meant for some lasting impact, this Leading Together strategy that we put together is done with a lot of intention, with outcomes and with achieving results and going back to your community, having some different tools in the toolbox and a whole other set of collaborators that you can work with and that you can be with. We really wanted to set this up for some lasting change.
One of my favorite parts of this is crafting it in such a way that really meets the need of the people that we're going to be deploying these tools to. We're hoping that it also inspires and equips groups of people to do this themselves. So really wanting to lead, to help other leaders do this type of leadership work, which really just slows down the pace of our busy lives to work on practical tools, launch people into their deeper callings, to have them enjoy what they do in a new way.
And I think leading yourself is the foundation for Leading Together. There's 5 domains in Leading Together in the LEADS framework. The first one is leading yourself well, engaging others, building coalitions. We talk about systems transformation. And the beauty that I like about this is that you can do it all together. As a leader, you can say, I think we really need to think about achieving results, or we need to think about engaging others, or I really want to work on systems transformation and look at what that innovation looks like. You can really pull apart that LEADS framework and put it back together that works for the people that we're facilitating for.
Excited to see just more people see the importance of this time. And I think I was also encouraged with the support around this from HRDC as well as other entities, just recognizing that this is a priority, that they're investing in our leaders in the community. In rural communities, there's different needs than maybe in cities, and so being able to highlight those and work through community connections, collaboration, programming together. You do a lot of collaboration in small communities, and if you don't know who you are working with, it's really difficult to make impact. And so we really see the benefit of just making time to get to know one another.
Relationships is at the foundation of what we do. No matter what work you're doing, how you're doing it, where you're doing it, relationships is really the thing. I think where you put your value, where you put things that are important, whether it be money, time, energy, effort, that is going to be what's important to you. And so oftentimes we don't invest enough in ourselves and our teams because we just have to work. But to really be able to step away and invest that time, energy, effort. I would say take a chance on yourself, make a commitment to yourself and your community.
It is definitely a unique experience, especially the retreats. The workshops are more into the tool themselves, but again, we can formulate whatever it is that you're looking for depending on just having that conversation with Sandy or I and work off that. So we can make it surrounding a kind of and meet the needs of whomever is interested in this type of work. We would just say that we're facilitating growth, facilitating leadership. This first retreat has been encouraging for the women. When they asked, people were very supportive of them wanting to attend a Leading Together retreat to really get refreshed, to step away from the chaos and quiet themselves and kind of align and get clarity around their goals and ways in which they lead well. Leading themselves well allow them to lead others well.
It's really important to take the time for leaders, those of us who are working very hard in the community, to take a little breather and then give us tools to be our best selves, to be able to be those leaders and be the best for ourselves, because it's really hard work. I'm really excited about the tools that we have gotten here. I just love the fact that we're connecting on like the human interaction level, because we're always on our phones and we're always working, calling. Just being able to be in a space where we're able to do some hard work, have fun, be outdoors and just really just talk and connect is important. And I'm excited to go back to my teams and bring that, because we should know the people that we're working with. If you're a leader in the community or you're feeling stuck in your position or not feeling good about your career, I think you should definitely do it, and you'll gain some clarity in where you are and where you're going and what you need to work on.
I think this type of experience, it challenges you to dig deep and to really reflect on what are your values, what guides you as a leader, what type of leader are you, what do you hold true to your core, what are your needs. And so understanding that and having that self-awareness just improves your ability to have a deeper relationship in your own personal life with your family, in your professional life with your staff. The more that you have for self-awareness, the more that you're able to better lead, as well as able to better acknowledge what other individuals' needs are. This opportunity to be here was an opportunity to learn a lot, but also just to take some time to connect with myself again and just to relax a little bit. So just feeling more rejuvenated and ready to get back to it. I think the type of person that is going to be interested in this retreat is going to be someone that is very busy and could come up with all of the reasons why they shouldn't come or excuses for why they're too busy. But I would just say that take the time to invest in yourself. You're worth that time. It's important to have those growth opportunities. It's important to have those educational opportunities and trainings, just because your journey is never ending, and it's important that you have that time to really reflect for yourself.
Just being in a new space that's really beautiful and historic has been really refreshing, and being in the company of women just seeking to be intentional has been such a gift. Thinking about the LEADS framework, the first portion is about leading yourself, and I think when I have time to get away and reflect on my own life, my priorities within my job and my family, I'm filled up and strengthened. So I'll come back to those places with a different perspective that's kind of renewed and refreshed. And I think that's really invaluable. Retreats are an investment of your time, your resources, and they're kind of a risk, especially if you're going with a group of people you don't really know. But that is actually an adventure and a reward of entering into a new space, going through different reflective activities and teachings that can help you more confidently and with strength, doing it together. You're not alone in what you're facing, and I think there's a lot of validation. So I think it's worth the investment. It's just a weekend, but you are leaving with new connections, new relationships, new ideas, and fresh strength.